whatever he wants without a set rule.
There is like this weird invulnerability around him when it comes to like legal issues for some reason.
Yeah, it was from a 2009 executive order by George Bush.
I still don't understand why we haven't tried to vote Cher for presidency.
If you could turn back time. One, she's too old and she's a woman, that's why.
She's a lot older than she looks, yeah.
She's like 74 or something like that.
We need to stop having these older people. Gosh, I think people are saying
yes, Madonna for presidency. Yes.
What?
Madonna.
Oh no.
What?
The president can declassify some documents, but if it's a document that goes under the National Atomic Energy Act, he does not have the automatic power to declassify those documents.
Yeah, but in general, he does.
All the documents he had fall under the Atomic Energy Act, so no, he didn't.
Do we have proof that it was underneath that act?
They're all about nuclear documents.
But how do they? So if they are classified, therefore, how do we know that that's what they actually are?
Because there's a certain amount of information they have to give out.
Let me look it up. Let me look this up real quick.
You people and your Google.
Excuse you.
And remember, there's a difference between classified and top secret. Classified means need to know basis. Top secret means only certain people know and will only ever know.
So basically, if they have a top secret thing, you have to go over there and be like, hey.
If it's top secret, not even the president can just automatically just say, hey, I can make this public.
Well, no. I'm pretty sure.
That falls into like our Ministry of Defense and all that other bullshit.
Right.
But I'm not quite let me look that up because I'm not quite sure who actually has really on top secret. I have to look that up.
What the fuck? Okay, I was trying to Google it, and the first Google suggestion is who has authority over the sheriff, and the auto result is just Canada. Let me print screen this. I'm sending it in general now. General. Like
Canada.
What?
I do not have my VPN on right now either.
Oh my god.
So Canada is the whole messiah at this point.
Canada.
So guys, should I open a can of worms?
Go for it.
Do it.
What do we think about the separation of church and state?
Church was never part of the government, wasn't even thought about during the government. Most of our founding fathers never wanted it in government. Anyone who said it are fucking liars and need to get over themselves. Church and state have not been and never will be part of the U.S. government.
Yeah,
as much as they want to try.
Do you remember how many years it was a part of the government there for a while?
As far as the United States of America go, never.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, like, if I remember correctly, the church was the government for the longest time a while back.
I mean, for the British government, yeah, the church, the Anglican Church of England, and the English government were one government, and the Pilgrims brought that over. But when America was starting to become America, they made sure that didn't happen. So no, we are not a Christian.
Technically
country.
Do not have a state religion. We technically do not.
We do not have a state religion. We do not have an established language.
No, although I'm pretty sure there's going to be quite a few people that would argue with you on that one.
They can argue all they want.
Right.
So technically, Catholicism with the Catholic Church was the main government head that literally had full influence over the kings and the royalty of all of Europe. Until the Reformation, where it split, where it only controlled partial.
Martin Luther and the King...
76 pamphlets, yeah.
And
the,
the establishment of the Anglican Church. I forgot the king. The one who
Yeah, that
chopped
was
off all his
King
wife's
Henry.
head. Thank
yeah,
you.
King
Henry.
The one with the big freaking thighs.
Yep. The giant fucking pots, everything he wears.
He was a big man in general. It wasn't
But
just his size.
so
Well,
in
Jack is
general,
known. The man is a big guy.
so the thing was the power of the state, particularly the royalty, was known to be like the divine rule, was that they were appointed as God to be rulers of the country. That's why King Louis XIV was known as the Sun King. They're known as the god of. Literally, they're known as gods. Literally, they're
Right.
literally religious.
Divinely ordained. Yeah.
Correct. And so that was the whole point. So technically, religion was an overall sentiment of appointing of law until they were overthrown by a republic, usually, or a constitutional monarchy. The thing was with
the Magna
Puritans-
Carta.
So first you had the Lombardies. So you had the Lombardies in England that were associated with the overall uprising in southern England that was against the Catholic Church. That was squashed down before the Anglican Church was established. King Henry V, I think, was eighth? Don't know, one with the thick thighs. Was like
Henry.
That was the 8th.
it was the eighth, yeah.
Yes.
His fifth was the Battle of Agincourt and all that shit. Henry VIII made the Anglican Church because he was mad that the Pope said no, that he can't
In his divorce. Mm-hmm.
because he was mad because she only gave him one child and it was a girl,
Yep.
and so he wanted to get rid of her.
Right.
So what happened is that he divorced her, married his mistress, then she didn't give him an heir, so he killed her,
Right.
and then he married a third one and finally got a boy.
Who
But then
died?
she
And-
died. Then
But
she
then
died.
her wife died. So
The
he
wife
married
died.
again.
The boy didn't die. The wife died.
Well, the boy was basically dead. He was like, he was not fit
Yeah.
to rule.
But what
But yeah,
happened
he ended up
was
having
that-
6 wives altogether.
But the Puritans were a class of people who were persecuted. I think they were mostly Protestants. It was a sect of Protestantism that was being, in general, attacked due to the beliefs in England.
They were very overzealous.
Yes. So they left England to go towards America, and that's where they established the initial colonies.
Yeah.
In general, you have Jamestown, which almost all of them died, usually with cannibalism and everything else like that. And then you have-
Whoa, hold up, wait. When the hell did cannibalism come into play there?
They were
'Cause they were
starting to death.
starving.
Oh,
And there was also one town that left a carving in a tree that makes no sense.
Roanoke.
Yeah.
Roanoke.
But you also have New Amsterdam,
Roanoke,
which is
Brush up
actually-
on your American history, Angel.
New Amsterdam, one of the first colonies of North America associated with the Dutch. What not modern city is New Amsterdam?
I'm gonna guess it's somewhere in Pennsylvania.
I know the answer, teacher.
Philadelphia?
I know the answer.
Nope.
Wait, hold on. What was the question again?
New Amsterdam, one of the first colonies established by the Dutch. What modern American city is now in place of New Amsterdam?
I know.
Let him answer, because obviously he's sitting there doing one of those bounce up and down
Okay.
things, waving his hand in the air. I know.
Teacher's pet. Okay, teacher's pet. What is it?
It's New York.
New
See,
York City.
I had a feeling it was that, but I didn't
Oh.
say. Shit. I should
I
have.
honestly thought it. I honestly
I
thought
knew it.
would've
I
been
just
in
didn't say
Pennsylvania.
it.
No, I knew it, and I was sitting there. I was like, wait a minute, wouldn't that be New York? I was like, but no, that would be too easy.
New York.
But to backtrack a little bit to our previous point, by the time the colonies decided to turn into the United States, they weren't just Puritan anymore. They were a mix of fucking everything.
Yeah, because they were mostly from Germany. They were a lot mostly from Germany. They were the whole bunch from Germany. And that's
Yep.
why most of America is actually German, is because like 75% of all Americans are actually German ancestry. Almost all of them.
Yeah, but what's funny is 95% of them don't realize that they're all German. They think, oh, we came over from England. We're both we're British.
Well, you also got to remember we have, like, a lot of our population also comes from the early 1900s when the big immigration shit happened.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, particularly with the Irish, with the potato famine and everything else like that.
and the Italians and all that shit.
Mhm.
Fun
The
fact.
mafia. Yeah, I'm into the mafia.
Fun fact: you weren't just white wasn't actually considered white at the time. You were only white if you were German or English.
You're Caucasian.
Anybody love me?
Hitler's definition is the definition of white back then.
Blonde
Did you
hair,
ask-
blue eyes, white skin, no
Correct.
tan.
Well,
What'd you say,
shit.
Van Van?
So does anybody love me?
No,
Damn.
Oh,
I just left after you.
We love you, Van Van. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
no, the reason I'm asking is because I'm about to say fuck this skill and spend money.
So, also, can someone explain to me why we have a holiday celebrating someone who was literally arrested for doing what he did, and yet we give him so much credit for something he didn't actually do?
Who?
Columbus?
Christopher Columbus. He did not discover the Americas. He did not go around the world. He did enslave
Well,
people.
that
And he
is-
did rape manatees.
Wait,
To so much to the point where when he
wait.
went back home, the Spanish government put him in jail.
Wait. Oh, let me explain that. White people celebrate that holiday, first of all. Second off, he didn't discover the Americas. Amerigo Vespucci discovered Americas. And that is,
That's also wrong.
yeah, that's why he is named. Well, America is named after him.
No,
That's not-
you're also wrong. It's
Leif
not.
Erikson.
It was the Vikings.
Yeah, Leif Erikson was technically the first person. I think he landed in extremely north Newfoundland or something.
Yeah, it
Yes.
was particularly talking about with.
Oh
it was
yeah, that's why there's New Testament Day.
By the way, you sound like this.
Who, me?
Vin. He sounds
Oh,
like
Vin.
he's talking through a pillow.
But in
I'm on my
general,
phone.
during the summer, they would actually travel across the Atlantic to go to the fishing villages in like Newfoundland and actually fish there during the summer. And during the fall, they'll travel back to Greenland.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
America that guy was actually the first person to actually map out everything, and that's why they called it that, because his maps was the first established as a representative of what the New World was, and so they just gave him the name as the overall country because of gave him recognition for that.
Right. Well, also, people were looking for what they called the Northwest Passage.
Yeah,
Right.
that's when they went to the St. Lawrence River.
Right. So they were like, well, there's got to be a way through somewhere. And then they're like, oh, we hit ice. Too bad.
Yeah, and then they go under South America to the Horn of not the Horn of Africa, the
Cape Horn?
Cape Horn, yeah. That it's so dangerous down there. It's actually one of the most dangerous shipping areas in the entire world, and that's why they made it such a big thing to build the Panama Canal.
Yeah,
However,
Right.
the
That was
funny
also-
thing with
That was also a bunch of lies.
okay. The Panama Canal, that was so funny. Okay, who started building it? So it was the US first, right?
No.
No.
Wait. Hold on, let's find out.
Wasn't it one of the American presidents who wanted
No,
to get
no.
going?
He
The
finished it. He
Panama.
took it.
Oh, he
it was
finished
so
it.
it was that. It was the French, and it was the Dutch, and then the Dutch
Yeah.
gave it to America. It was fucking hilarious.
The first person to actually start the Panama Canal project was Ferdinand de Lesseps, of
Okay.
what I believe is France.
It was
No.
France.
Yeah, a French
No.
company. Yeah, a French company headed by Ferdinand de Lesseps, a former
And then-
diplomat.
And then it was England, right? Next after that.
Let's find out. Owners.
France
like
did a
5
lot of
people.
shit for America.
It was
like,
Roosevelt was the last one. Roosevelt was the last one. He took over Panama, and then told Panama that I will give you land back after we're done building it. Pretty much.
and that's how Panama happened. Panama technically never existed.
The French were horrible. Like,
Yeah.
Because,
To be
you
fair, pretty much everyone who partook in imperialism was horrible, including us.
true, but like, France is one of the big bads. Like, I mean, I don't know how
heard-
much you guys know about like the Asian like post World War II kind of history, but like
It was Vietnam.
yeah.
that was fucked up, man. And
England is 10 times worse. If you tell me otherwise, you're wrong. You're just completely wrong.
Well, don't forget
England
that
was way worse.
well, so like England was bad in their own way, but like the French. So what was it? There's like a type of government system that they employed, right? So like British was kind of like
It was a
they
it was a
had-
French company.
right, but then the French had like direct control,
Correct.
whereas like the British were kind of indirect control almost.
So the thing was, the trade companies, particularly have the Dutch West Indies and the English Trading Company.
Yeah.
And they were basically rich people who were just trading, but they were so powerful that they had their own militaries.
Yeah.
And they usually were so powerful that they knew they didn't have to listen to royalty. And so they were really on their own system of government.
hmm
But in general, I have to say, England is way worse than anything France has ever done because of the fact of what they did to India and what they did to China.
hmm
Because they literally slaughtered millions of people just so they can just get China high and sick.
hmm
Like 4 or 5 times
Yeah.
with the Opium Wars. They did
Right.
it like 4 or 5 times. Queen Victoria, bad bitch, but fuck you.
where's
Fucking
my
all-
munchie?
India was enslaving millions of people because they just wanted territory. We're forcing people of different ethnic and religious and cultural groups together because they wanted to.
Yeah.
And then Africa, oh my fucking god, we're literally the reason why blood diamonds exist. Enslaving little kids to go into diamond mines and basically letting them die.
hmm
Like, legit, if you want to talk about someone who was really fucked up, England. England.
Right, but like,
Although Egypt,
So-
what the fuck did they do to Egypt?
yeah. So the perspective that I'm coming from, and like my dad would always tell me about it because it's like my dad's a lot about religion and stuff like that, and so he would talk about how Europeans in general were not very kind to the Muslims, but like how the French especially were like just ass and like hated the Muslims, just because they were Muslim kind of thing. So I got a lot of talking to about that.
My issue with the whole idea of that dynamic in historical sense is
Mhm.
that the Muslims probably hated the Christians, if not more. That's the whole point of the Ottomans. The whole point of the Ottomans with all that shit was to
Mhm.
literally say fuck you to Europe. I mean, look what they fucking did to Hungary, Greece, fucking Albania, the Balkan, all that shit. Russia, Georgia, all the particular of the Caucasus.
Mhm.
They were legit as bad as Europe during those freaking until 1920. Like nowadays, I can agree, they're kind of
Yeah.
fucked. But
Well,
you
so-
cannot historically give any doubt that the Muslims were not good. They were not bad people. They were awful people, just like the Catholics and the Christians.
Well,
Let's put it this way: most of the Abrahamic religions are pretty fucking bad.
well,
Except for Coptic, because the Ethiopians are Chads.
But here's the thing,
Well-
though. What I've noticed over the years, back then, most of the Abrahamic religions were pretty bad. But as we've gotten, into our 21st century?
21st century.
Yeah, in the 21st century, some of those Abrahamic religions have gotten better. They're not as bad as they used to be.
Well, we're not killing people in the name of religion. Well,
Yeah,
I was about to say,
not-
that's a fat lie. Just because it's not on the news doesn't mean it's not happening.
right. No,
Angel, I think a better term is influence.
Yeah, because I will say this, because if you want to sit there and say, well, we're not killing people in the name of religion, 9/11, honey.
no. I know. Right. No, I understand. Like,
I'm not even talking
I just
about.
don't, because
we're not even talking about killing. We're talking about mistreatment as well as overall animosity.
Right. So if we go further back, like I would,
yes.
Oh Lord. Here we
You're
Why?
going
go.
back to Muhammad.
I
You're going
am-
back all the way to the formation of Mecca and Medina. Oh Lord.
That is why I started recording, because I knew this is where this conversation was going as we
Well-
started it.
Okay, well, what do you have to say about it?
For me,
Yeah, I want to hear what you think.
thing was, it was with the establishment of the overall. Is it Sunni was the first? What was
Sunni,
it?
yeah, Sunni.
Yeah, it was the first established Sunni, right? I
Well,
don't remember.
it was
I don't
all
remember
one. It was all one,
I know,
and then they
but
split
what the
into.
name was. What was the name
So-
of the first part? I know it's like it starts with the A. It's like this weird A word. I couldn't remember, but it was the first caliphate.
Oh,
It was
Abu
the first
Bakr?
I don't
No,
remember.
no. Okay, I understand. So, like, there's
You know
the
what I'm
four
talking about.
caliphs. Yeah, so there's the four caliphs who came after the prophet, who are like his
Correct.
followers,
And they split up the everything, but they were.
and then the next caliphate that came, the Abbasids, yeah.
Yeah,
It
but
was the
it was
Abbasid Caliphate.
yeah the Bastard. Yeah, that's right. It was and that was the first one. I think those were ones with the initial crusades, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So in general, like it was it was so rapid. It was crazy how fast that caliphate grew. I
Yeah.
think within 30 years, it controlled the entire Arabian Peninsula, and was
Mhm.
going to Egypt and goes into freaking Persia, into Turkey and all
Right.
that shit. Like
Right.
it controlled from fucking Egypt all the way with Tunisia, all the way
Mhm.
down to fucking Persia.
Yep.
It was huge.
Mhm.
It was within 100 years. And as soon as that really happened, it got really affirmed. That was the Arabian fucking golden age. And that's where you had the establishment of so much science and so much growth, particularly with warfare as well as mathematics. And then
Right.
you had, with that, you had the Crusades, which
Mhm.
exacerbated the whole contention between the overall holy city of Israel, between the
You mean Jerusalem?
sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, Jerusalem because technically Jerusalem is a holy site.
It's for all three
It's
religions.
for all three.
Yeah.
So that was the
All
whole
three Abrahamic religions.
hmm And so it was the whole like that's where it began was the contention over the right of controlling, not even just controlling, but being able to worship at the holy city.
Yes.
And so that's what literally happened. And so the biggest thing is with the Catholic Church, the
Mhm.
whole point of the Catholic Church attack, it wasn't really to take it back, was the more of the economic gain associated
Mhm.
with the power of piety to force their rulers to do whatever the fuck they wanted to do.
Right.
Because I think it was some Austrian ruler was like, "Hey, Pope, I need some help. I'll
Yeah,
call a crusade."
Yeah, we want to take back the Holy Land.
Technically, aka, I want to take southern Hungary back.
Yeah, but like, I have an issue with like when people talk about Islam being spread by the sword kind of thing, and it's like
It was initially, but after it got solidified, it wasn't.
like you can't. I mean, of course, you can't take land by just like sitting there, of course, but like
hmm
if everyone followed everything right, then no one was like forced to become Muslim or anything. Like, of course, conquering land is just a thing, and people would then have to deal with it. But it wasn't anything like I don't know, like
The thing
horrible.
was, it was the whole fact of what the Caliphate really did to the Byzantiums, particularly the East Romans.
Hmm.
How they continuously just destroyed them over and over and over, and they literally just kept on stabbing them in the gut over and over again.
Hmm.
And that was the biggest issue. And at the end, like, you had the Ottomans established after the Caliphate completely dissolved.
Yeah, all the different people who came after, like the four first caliphs, are. I mean, they're human
They're like-
beings, so.
They're like 2%. I'm 2% this Caliphate leader ancestor. I have right to the throne. I'm like, okay, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Again, religion as a basis for power. But
And that's probably
Yeah, and
why
Ottomans-
you have 95% of these other people saying, like, like there's some Christians that do it, there's some Catholics that do it. They'll sit there and be like, look at somebody who says, I'm not Christian nor am I Catholic, I'm either atheist or I'm pagan, and you're like, oh, you're going to hell, you're a devil worshiper, because I have more power than you and I have more say so than you because I'm Christian or Catholic.
Or
Bitch,
better
fuck
yet,
you, don't.
your religion used to sacrifice people. So did yours.
Right.
So did yours.
Right.
What were all those deaths in the Crusades? Sacrifices for the Holy Land?
Right, and I hate to
Not
say
by name,
this. Right, and I hate to say this, but I'm not trying to, be a whole thing about it. But whatever happens. But in my personal opinion, they sit there and say, "Oh, I'm gonna celebrate Christmas on the 25th of December because that's when Jesus was born." No,
That's incorrect.
That is completely and utterly incorrect because if you look at it, back then when Jesus Christ was born, there was a time when they did not celebrate someone's birthday because of the fact it was considered pagan. So nobody actually really truly knows when Jesus' birthday was and when he was born. Because they're saying how it was described that he was born in the fall at some point somewhere. And that's because back then, celebrating your birthday when the day you were born was considered pagan. So they weren't allowed to do that. But nowadays, you got Christians and Catholics doing the I'm going to celebrate my birthday because it's a good thing to do. You're not supposed to be doing that. It's considered paganism. You are sitting there just being hypocritical and doing the exact thing you were bitching and complaining to somebody who was pagan who's not even Christian or Catholic to.
That's because most of Christianity's practices are just stolen from pagans to make pagans convert.
Exactly.
All Hallows Eve used to be in the beginning of the year. They moved it specifically to November 1st to fuck with the fall equinox.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a question for Bark and Ellendale.
What?
Okay.
So I want you to say yes or no. Do you understand where I'm coming from with this?
Okay.
You can blame the Ottomans, or really the Caliphate, for the catastrophes associated with the brutality of the English and the French and the Portuguese throughout the world.
Huh?
I don't agree with that.
I can't see those connections.
So, the main reason why the Portuguese even started looking for another way around to get trade to India was because the Caliphate was blocking the spice trade.
Right, but that doesn't mean that they have to go and kill them all.
No. I was trying to say, like, the connection between technically imperialism would have not really started as much as it did if the fucking British and the fucking Portuguese got their spices, if they got their cinnamon.
It would have happened either way.
It would have happened either way.
But it would have started so soon. It would have been longer.
Maybe.
They did not get their salt. They were angry.
It's one of their seasonings for their chicken.
So, like,
literally-
I could understand with, like, the Ottomans that's like a connection there. But like then. But any of the previous caliphates, I mean, I understand that bad blood exists and that kind of thing is just like can last forever.
Yeah.
But I think the Ottoman Empire siding with the Axis powers was probably the absolute nail in the coffin for them.
You know why they did it?
Why?
Because fuck Russia. Literally, that's the only reason why they said it, because fuck Russia.
Yeah.
Literally, they just lost a war against Russia that took back, I think, Georgia or something like that. No, Crimea?
Maybe.
I don't remember.
Georgia. Wait, whoa.
There's a country in the Crimea called, or in the Caucasus area, that's
shit.
called Georgia.
That
It's
was
not.
okay?
confusing.
It's not the
No.
state of Georgia.
No.
It's not the
I
state of
am
Georgia.
not okay. My brain completely did a mind fuck thing on me right there. I was like, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah. Savannah, Georgia was taken over by the.
Don't you remember?
It's
You
a
know
pocket
what?
of resistance.
You know what? You know the walls of Byzantium, the walls of Theodora. What are those? The fucking walls of Savannah,
Everything that
Georgia.
talks about Athens, that's actually Athens, Georgia, not Athens.
Right.
I love y'all so much. That's
Angel,
funny.
come on,
Yeah.
Angel.
I'm sorry. I was sitting there listening, and all of a sudden my brain was
Like
like,
Georgia.
Wait, why would they be doing this in the United
Hey.
States? What the fuck?
Was it Peter who was in World War One?
Peter the Great, you mean?
Yeah, was he World War One?
I don't think so. I think he
I know-
was.
Who was first? Was it Elizabeth? I mean, Queen Catherine was first, or Peter?
It was Catherine before Peter, I believe.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Catherine was mid 1800s, right? Like 1830s.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And then it was what?
And then it was her son was nothing.
Right.
And then I think it was Peter after that. I think Peter might have been the Russian ruler.
The Tsar.
Cause didn't Catherine or whatever the hell, was it her? What was it? Her sister, or the one chick who turned around?
Nicholas.
Huh?
Sorry, Nicholas was the one during World War One.
Tsar Nicholas. Continue, Angel.
Sorry, I was
I
trying to
mean,
think.
no, because if I remember correctly, I watched The Tudors.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was about all that stuff back then. Wasn't Catherine married to what, Henry?
It was
Okay,
the-
you're thinking of the wrong Catherine.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking of the wrong Catherine. Because I know there was a Catherine that was married to one of the kings.
There's a Catherine Howard who was married
I
to
think-
King Henry, but that's not the same Russian Catherine.
No. Okay, yeah, there was too
Yeah,
many.
Catherine the Great was married. So you had Queen. I think Victoria was the queen. That was her aunt, I think.
Yeah, I think they were related somehow.
Yeah, because wasn't there one that was constantly cutting people's heads off or some shit?
That's King Henry.
That's
Yeah.
King Henry.
No, not him, not the guy, but it was the girl, his wife that did it.
You-
No, you're thinking of Elizabeth. That's one
You're
of her
thinking of Queen
daughters.
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And that's why it was called Queen Bloody Mary. That's why she's
Yeah.
called Bloody Mary.
Sorry, we're backwards. We're talking about Queen Mary, not Queen Elizabeth. Elizabeth was the
Yeah.
sister of Mary.
Queen Mary of
Yeah.
Scott.
Yeah.
That's her
Queen Mary
name.
Scots,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
there
and
we
she
go.
would. Then you had the gunpowder incident, which where they were trying to usurp her and place Elizabeth on the throne, and then Elizabeth grew up, overthrew her sister, then killed her sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Dear God.
So
Mine, bitch.
yeah, literally, Catherine married. Okay, so Queen Victoria of Russia, I think her name was her aunt. Catherine was from Brandenburg.
Yeah.
Her name was Sophia. So they took her from Brandenburg and married her to the Russian nephew of the Queen Victoria.
Yeah, they got in bed somehow.
After she died, the King Peter II or III took the throne. After he took the throne and he was growing up, about 5 or 6 years later, she usurped him because literally everybody backed her up. No one liked him because he lost the war. He lost the war. He
Mhm.
lost one of the previous wars. And so
Yeah.
morale was so fucking low.
Right.
And so while he was off into like some White Castle thing in like west of St. Petersburg, she was like, "Hey, let me take the throne." She literally went to like the royal guard and said, "Do you support me?" And they're like, almost unanimously was like, "Yes, we do." And they're like, "Okay, send him a letter." He did not read it for almost 12 hours because he was busy playing with shit. And then she made her speech, and he was like already heading. I was like, peace. He just left.
He's like, I'm out, man.
And then she was associated with the Great Northern War. If remember, that was what's his name? Wilhelm? Not Wilhelm.
Kaiser Wilhelm.
No, I'm talking about the Kaiser Wilhelm. I think was in this war, but what's the name
Oh,
of
you
that-
were talking about First World War, Franz Ferdinand.
No, I'm talking about the Swedish monarch that literally caused the Great Northern War.
The Great Northern War.
I don't remember learning about that.
Yeah, that doesn't ring a bell right off the
Great
bat.
Northern War is whenever Sweden took over Norway and Finland, and literally with that war was everybody.
I never learned about that.
Yeah,
That must have been so unimportant to world history for some reason.
the Great Northern War was between 1700 and 1721.
Oh, that's why 1700s. It was overshadowed by the revolution.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
was
it
about
was
to say.
It was between Sweden and the Dutch and the English versus Russia, Poland, Lithuania, Prussia, and Great Britain in the beginning. Great Britain switched sides.
I mean, they always, those countries always switch sides.
I noticed that too. Have you ever noticed that?
Countries,
Shit, Italy's not even at war and they switch sides again.
Right. Like.
They literally fucking elected a actual fascist to government.
Yep.
Seven.
Not theorized, literal
A
fascist.
fucking flip floppy motherfucker. Like, oh, I'm gonna be on this side. Oh no, I changed my mind. It's 3 months later. I'm changing over here.
Oh, Charles Gustav. Charles
Gustav.
Gustav. Yeah, Gustav.
Lovely name. I love it. Gustav.
That in and of itself just says he's flip floppy. I'm sorry.
That's the really important guy, but he's old. That's not him though. Yeah, it was literally it was Sweden took over literally all of Scandinavia and was trying to take most of fucking Finland from Russia.
Hi, Lewis.
It literally sounds like that all of Europe was just at war for 10 years, every 2 years.
I mean, yeah, that was it. There was a lot of conflict in Europe.
Literally
I feel
over
like
anything.
Santa Claus started it all. No, I'm joking.
I stubbed my toe. War!
What did I come into? So, like,
Interesting conversation.
We're recording. We're recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't say anything. Don't say.
that's why I
anything
said-
you before.
That's why I said Santa Claus started it.
Do not say WP like you said before.
Wait, what?
No.
No.
I'm not even. I was not even here. Like I don't even know.
No,
You said
no.
without
You would remember whenever we tell you, but we're not going to tell you now.
What is it? Is it the literal letters W?
No, it's not. Just stop.
Can you like?
Someone type
gonna
it.
Can you,
end
like
I'm gonna type
it
it
to
to
me?
you.
Can you like type it
I'll
to me?
type it
So
to
like,
you.
I'm gonna end up saying it, and it's gonna be like, oh no.
just type it to me so I know, so then I don't have to say it.
I'm not on the computer right now. I am laying in bed.
Angel.
Oh!
Angel.
Oh, yeah, no, don't
Yeah,
do
but
that.
but listen. I did not mean to say that. You know that, right?
Yeah,
Angela,
I know.
Yeah.
I also hope you didn't fucking rate that with Discord in view of your OBS.
Oh fuck.
editing.
Yeah, editing. That's what editing's for. That's what recording's for. It's fine.
Okay, you're recording and not live streaming, right?
I'm recording. Yes.
Okay, good.
If you learned last time what happens whenever you tell us you're live streaming and you
Oh
tell us
yeah, I
to be
know.
civil.
Believe me.
Yeah, honey.
I know.
Even if you told us you wanted us to be civil, all bets were off. No thank you.
You civil? You
We
do
are
you
your
know what
friend.
civil means?
We are your
No.
friends and we like the shit post, and that's the whole point.
Yeah, no. I figured that out after I had said that, and I'm like, wait, what am I talking about? They're not gonna do that because that's just how they are. So fuck it. Might as well go with the flow and just let it happen at this point.
Yeah, we're talking about old historic wars and what has to do with religion and not religion and why people are just bad people.
Also, did any
I think it's more Catholic Church is bad people. Which is almost synonymous with white people, but not entirely.
Jesus. I mean, to be honest, if you think about it, if you look back, 95% of the stuff that has happened that's caused a war or has started some kind of war
Conflict.
thing or conflict, the Catholics are always behind it.
I don't
Damn
entirely disagree, but I also don't entirely disagree. Look at China's history and just look at every freaking asterisk about every year. You probably have like 4 wars in 1 year just in China alone.
I mean, true. But, I mean...
They're the reason why it's known as the fucking vase that breaks every 10 minutes. It gets out together and it falls apart. Come back together, 3 kingdoms, falls apart.
Shit.
Right.
How long has the
I mean, China was not really a super religious country in any capacity, I don't
No,
think.
it was more of a way of life was the main doctrine of their, aka religion, Confucianism. That was the main
Right.
point. Yeah, it was
Right,
more
but
of a way
like
of life.
in general, China, like when we talk about China not being very religious, it's just never really been very religious at all.
It was Confucianism, Jainism, and what's the other one?
Taoism.
Taoism, and you also had
Hindu
the
and
law
Buddhism.
one. What was the law one? So yeah, Jainism was one that were self mutilation and self reflection,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have Taoism was what was Taoism?
Isn't that like peace and harmony or something?
Yeah, and Confucianism was public order and balance.
Right.
Yeah, but Jainism was crazy. I remember learning about Jainism, and I'm just like, what the hell's wrong with these people?
they need
They were
to
like-
be something?
They were like self-mutilating each other. I was like, what the hell?
You
know what
guys
I'm talking
ever
about, right?
you guys ever read the book or watched the movie based off of the book Shogun?
No.
Okay. It's an interesting one. Like I watched it for history because I was homeschooled, so it was one of the movies that I watched. And it's really weird. Because it's like right at the point where Europe is trying to like discover about China and get their trade and everything, and it's like this one guy who's like a Dutch dude who's trying to keep the Japanese trading with the Dutch instead of any other Europeans, and it's like it's just really weird that they're talking about excommunication of the Jesuits and everything, and I'm like, oh my god, the Jesuits.
I don't know, but anytime I've ever heard about any kind of religion in China or Japan or anything like that, like the more Asian kind of, I know that sounds so racist right there, but
it is.
I mean, it is.
It's
It
like
is
it's
the
religions
Asian.
Asian area, Asia continental area.
yeah.
To be
Anytime
honest-
I've ever
yeah,
heard
keep
of, hold on, anytime I've ever heard about it, it's usually associated with Hinduism or Buddhism.
Well, Hinduism is not a Chinese thing.
No, it's not.
No.
I hear
Yeah.
more about Shintoism if you go towards Japan.
Shinto, yeah.
Well, okay, so the thing is to note about China in general, besides India, all those other Asian countries follow almost have the exact same culture, but with different names. Like
Mhm.
literally, their entire religious, entire mandate of heaven, literally everything.
Well, I hear in Japan their religions are so similar that they just use them interchangeably. They're multi-religioned, and they're what religious houses they have.
Yeah, well, the thing is, the Japanese literally copy their entire way of life from China.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing to note about them is that like the entire history of China, I mean Japan, based on their culture and religion is basically a a Reddit post of China.
Well, it's like the Greeks and the Romans,
To be honest, yeah.
Pretty much.
because the Greeks first started it, and then the Romans were like, "Oh, we'll just rename a few things." And
If it
it's
wasn't
different,
for if it wasn't for one specific Japanese emperor, they would still be writing in Chinese in Japan.
Right.
And also the Japanese were so fucking crazy with their way of their governmental system. They had Kyoto, which was the capital city, and it doesn't matter who you were, if you controlled it, you were considered the shogun.
Yeah.
And everyone else fought, and then if you decided to attack the shogun, but the shogun, like, if he didn't like you, he could cause you to go seppuku, and you're like, I don't like you, seppuku yourself. And I'm like, oh my god.
The literal KYS.
Basically, the literal
Literally.
big old, excuse my French, literally the big old fuck you in Japanese.
You know, that's I've looked up stuff.
Yourself.
I've looked
You know,
up stuff about the history of that kind of thing, and they're like, it's pretty wild that they had like the samurai, one of the most like quote unquote honorable warriors, had to kill them like if they die, if they died by their own hand, it had to be like in the worst, most agonizing way possible. Because it wasn't just a simple death, you still feel all that, and it wasn't like instantaneous or anything.
So, Angel, okay, students, this is another question for Angel, because she doesn't really know that much history. Angel,
What?
what was the most, besides the leader, like the emperor of China, what other group was usually the most powerful group in China?
Oh, I know the answer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Can I give her a hint?
Yeah.
It's technically both China and Russia.
because that's totally a good hint.
There's only one area that's
Right.
like that. If I'm correct, at least.
Do you not realize I'm still tired too?
And then
Should we just tell her?
Europe, yeah, you can tell her.
The Mongols,
Oh! What?
which is actually where a lot of the people of Asian culture descend from.
Right,
Uh,
Mongolians were like a big thing during
big-
that
What?
time.
Wait a minute. They talk about the Mongolians and shit in fucking Mulan and stuff too, but they want
Right.
to go and attack the
Well,
Mongols.
What
gotta remember-
has to do with this?
What?
Mongols
No.
won. They took over the emperor. They were literally in their own leadership.
Yeah, they
emperor, like,
became they took the emperorship of China.
And also another group of people that's really important in China, the eunuchs.
Oh, the
Mhm.
monks.
Not monks, the eunuchs.
The
The castrated men who were who were literally the servants of the king, the emperor, and literally raised the prince. So they had tons of control. So the overall fight between the eunuchs, the Mongols, and the aristocrats, and the emperor, they always fought for each other. That's what I find fucking hilarious about
Is your
Chinese
headset
history.
dying?
Am I?
Yeah, you're getting a little fuzzy.
Yeah. Wait,
Yep.
Wait. No, wait.
And he goes silent.
Hello, you hear me?
Yeah,
You're
you're
still
still sounding a little staticky.
Let me check my battery. It should not be low.
Yeah, it could have been that you were just messing with the mic a little too much, maybe.
No, my head's. Wait, let me find it.
Yeah, the Mongols had really big power. They there's an Islamic, so I know that I'm sure that some cartoons about Christianity did this kind of stuff, but
Whitewash
Um,
everything? Oh, oops. Did I say that? Did I
Wait,
say
what?
that,
what?
Christianity did this too? Oh, I mean, whitewash everything? Oops.
Oh,
There's cartoons. There's like an Arabic Islamic cartoon production studio that did like, it's sort of like feature-length cartoon stuff about like famous
I'll be right back. I
Islamic.
need to make a phone call.
Okay. Like famous Islamic leaders or figures in history. And so one of them, they called him Saifuddin Qutuz. And so he was ruler of Egypt at the time, I believe. And it was around that time where he was dealing with some of the Crusades and then also like the Mongol invasion from the east. Because of Genghis Khan. And he was just like, I will take everything. So they had to fight him off too. But like I watched a lot of those cartoons.
And there was quite a bit of that kind of crap back then. Like somebody was always trying to fight for land from somebody or ruling over somebody or whatever. Like, can't y'all just get along?
No. Wrong. Not possible ever. I don't know why do you even think that, Angel?
Is there what makes you more happy? Why would it make somebody more happy to get more fucking land?
Power and control.
Okay, but you already have power and control over the stuff.
Not enough. It's never enough.
I mean, but okay, if you already have power and control over a whole entire country, like say something like Russia or Germany or the U.S. or whatever, China or whatever.
Why stop at someone? I can have it all.
But here's the thing, though.
We're barely even content with our 9-to-5 jobs. Okay, you think someone's gonna be?
Our 9-to-5 jobs don't pay the bills anymore, so.
Right, but here's
like,
the thing.
is someone going to? Okay, go ahead.
Here's my thing.
Don't hear me?
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to my phone.
Okay.
I have my earbuds in.
But here's my thing, though. If you already own or ruler over a big country like that, and you already have to take control over however many different people that are living in your country, and, dictate this, dictate that. You know how much of a fucking headache that's gonna be just doing that fucking little bit, and you need to turn around and want to bitch and complain that you want to
delegate.
What I miss?
We're Angel's trying to rationalize how someone would even want to conquer so much territory and why.
So, Angel, in general, there are a couple reasons why someone wants to take over territory. First one, the most obvious, is resources. One is just resources. If a certain area has resources that you want, you take it and you kill them for it. One. Two, religious, which is another reason. Three is cultural significance and overall historical significance, aka what Russia's doing to Ukraine now. Or four, because they're assholes.
Like the people who are trying to attack Ukraine and Russia, or what? Never mind. Ooh,
No, the Russia attacking Ukraine.
We better not get on that subject, because we'll probably have a whole bunch of people getting all kinds of pissed off at us if we do that.
According to what Russia says, the reason why they declared war was because the overall land that they want to take from Ukraine both has a historical and cultural significance to their country.
Well, that's a damn shame, ain't it?
Right.
That's the reason why.
There's not going to be much of it left.
Yeah, that's what
that's almost as bad as saying, hey, Japan wants to come over here and take over or we need to go over to Japan and take over the bullshit that happened with the Pearl Harbor shit. And that's a historical, significant area and landmark to the U.S. or whatever.
No, that's not right. No.
We're not talking about cultural. We're talking about as in the people are culturally similar.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's because the thing is, the more culturally similar someone is to you, the easier it is to subjugate them.
Right.
So that's where you have to think about very large swaths of land. We're just talking about Russia in general. You have to realize, what's the name of the mountain range in the west part,
The Ural Mountains.
the Ural Mountains. Ural Mountains to the left is 95% of Russia, literally. Everything else is just land, ice, and fucking like small towns. And the thing is to know is like the reason why they take such large swaths of land is to have the resources, and it's really, really easy to control. Not because that it's easy to control because they have the manpower, but rather there's not anyone who really wants to take it. And secondly, the people there's not enough people to really put up any resistance.
Right.
That's the whole point. And so that's where a ruler needs to take into account, like I said, the main reasons why you would take land. 1 is religious, 2 is cultural, 3 is resources, and 4 because they're assholes.
Well, that's why I would not make a good ruler or a president. Because I just look at everybody and be like, if we gonna start a war over something as stupid as religion, y'all motherfuckers just might as well go jump and hop fucking land or whatever the fuck, because we ain't doing that shit here.
Like, technically, for America, their best bet is to actually attack Venezuela, tear that shit down, and take it for its oil reserve.
Yeah.
Technically. The thing is, the country is small enough with people who are already in public dissidence due to the overall state of the economy that the ability to control them is super easy. And America is super good at establishing governments that they can easily puppet that has the cultural backing of the people.
Yeah, but here's the thing with America. We're a bunch of fucking dumbasses barely able to afford it ourselves, let alone some other fucking country.
Doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is that we can do it.
I mean, yeah, we can, but should we? God,
honey, you're not. Honey, you're not.
You don't understand.
You're not asking the right question. You're asking the question not why would we do it? Why not?
Why not?
I mean,
do you like that? Do you like why not?
No, because look, if a country, I mean, because of the modern age and what we have right now, it's not going to be as much. But what's to stop? Like back in history, what was to stop someone from being like, you know what? I'll just take over this village. I don't care. And who is going to stop them? You know, if they had a significant enough army and they had like all the ability and resources, who would stop them?
And again, if it follows any reason why they go to war and they have the ability to take it, they'll do it. Like, why? To be honest, why was the reason why we took over all of what we took over from Mexico? There was 2 reasons. 1, because we're assholes, and 2 was because of resources.
Yeah, but we're also a bunch of idiots. I mean, if you think about it, okay, how many different presidents have we gone through already that each one of them has sent millions of our own dollars over fucking seas? And now we're sitting here facing a possible fucking another Great Depression or bankruptcy.
Well, it's not.
Well, you gotta remember, we're not the only ones who live on this planet. You can't be selfish like that. Me first. No! It doesn't matter if it's our country. Other people deserve to have a chance to live the way they want as well.
Also, Angel, you have to realize that we are still living in the consequences of the proxy Cold War. We became the world police, putting our bases, our influence, our tax dollars to almost every single country in the world due to the proxy of gaining favor with everyone across the world to go against the Soviet Union.
Yeah,
That's why
the damn communists.
That's the reason why the Red Scare.
Right.
And so we are still stuck in that whole precedent of establishing ourselves as the world police due to that issue, and we haven't retracted, even though Russia has collapsed since 1991.
Like I said, we're a bunch of idiots.
Not because we're idiots. It's because we like to put our fingers in we put our fingers in the wrong honeypot.
I mean,
that's what we're doing.
That way.
We're not. The thing is, our government is not an idiot. They're just doing what they want in their.
Right.
They're just
They want it
putting
for their own
wrong-
interest.
They're just putting.
They're
their
not
hand-
dumb, Angel.
Yeah, they're just putting their hands in the wrong cookie jar.
Correct. Not their, no, not even the wrong cookie jar. Their own cookie jars. That's the point. They're doing their own best interest. Ukraine? Who gives a fuck? The only reason why we care about Ukraine is because of all the corruption scandals that are associated with that country with our Congress.
Mm-hmm.
Only reason. We have our leaders have an economic and also, like, overall ability to keep their appearances up to protect that country.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
And which is going to, in turn, cause a World War III if it keeps going the way it's going.
Hun, everything that our Congress does is in respect to the stock market. They do things that they believe that they can get advantage economically through and politically powerful through.
True.
Like, why do you think? Because even if you don't believe it or not, like the situation with Biden with Ukraine, that whole situation, if it is true, makes sense in the idea that he did it was to maintain his political hold on the country and his economic gain from that country, which doesn't surprise me.
Right.
Almost every single political congressperson probably has the same issue going on with that country. And he just got caught.
Yeah. Or he just
That's
willingly let it happen to get caught.
Doesn't really matter. Shit smells bad. Doesn't matter. Unless you're weird, but then just kidding. But that's the whole conversation. It doesn't really matter what we take over, what we puppet, what we do. The best interest is not for the people; it's the best interest for the wealthy.
Oh yeah, it's
Because
always been like that.
And at the end of the day, it's their decision what the government does, not us.
Mm-hmm.
Because they control what we like and what we don't like based upon cultural significance, which they put money into.
Right.
Right, and not only that, but I mean, if you realize and you take a look at it, 95% of what happens is, like you said, for the wealthy. It's not ever been for the good of the people or the good of everybody in the country as a whole.
No, it's not. Like, I mean, if you look at the Soviet Union, the Soviet Union didn't care about the people as a whole. They cared more about establishing themselves as a world leader in this world power. I mean, look what they did to the country and starved them to death to just establish a freaking their NASA, their overall space program, their military. If they actually care about what their people felt and what the people needed, they would have invested more in technology and overall infrastructure to keep the country afloat, and not further establish their overall increase in their overall military budget and their overall space exploration budget.
Right.
Every country is exactly the same. Doesn't matter if you're red, doesn't matter if you're a blue country, doesn't matter if you're freaking you're the Philippines, it doesn't matter. The government's going to do whatever the fuck they want for their own best interest, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, basically, it's one of those type of things you have to have money to be able to get anywhere, get anything done for you, kind of thing.
Yeah, like look at Finland and freaking Norway. They were like, we're neutral, we're not joining NATO. Russia throws some fucking some balls. Oh, come on. They realize that their best interest as themselves to protect their power is to go and join NATO. Because at the time where they didn't feel like they needed to, it's just to cover their ass. Not because they believe that NATO is a really good treaty system to associate with world prosperity. They're doing it for their own self-interest.
Yeah.
That's it. That's literally it.
And that's why I will never make a good president ever. I don't know why the hell Ben Vin
we brought
even-
it back. We brought it back.
Yeah, yep. Yep. I don't know why Ben Vin even said that I would make a good president. No. Nope.
And that's why.
Nope.
And this is why you should be a history major, not even go into politics, because this is how it works.
At least have some kind of degree in history or something, cause fuck.
You need to know your history because you don't want to make the same mistakes.
Well, yeah, cause that old saying, history has a tendency of repeating itself.
It doesn't
Yeah,
repeat
just don't-
the rhymes.
Oh wait, we're recorded. I can't say that. I was gonna make a really bad joke.
I mean,
Don't use ovens and chambers. Use freaking propaganda.
Ooh.
damn. Damn.
Spicy jokes. We got spicy jokes.
Spicy.
Damn.
Too soon. Too soon.
I don't know.
Not
Is there
88.
like a point where you could be like, oh yeah, it's cool to make that joke now?
Let's go ask Benjamin for his ex-boyfriend's opinion.
Oh my god, no. That would be very bad. We do not want to do that. God damn. I don't know. What other things do we talk about? We still got, what, two
What?
more hours? Okay.
Let's talk about the Civil War.
I mean, we could.
Alright. So,
Or we could talk about the newer stuff that we were trying to talk about the other time.
well, I want to ask you one question, Angel.
Oh god, what?
Hey,
Hey,
that's
David.
like-
So Angel, did you realize that the Civil War was one battle away from a Confederate victory? You know why?
Why?
Because England and France were pissed off from the Union blockading the South. And the reason why they were pissed off,
They got cotton from the
Because-
south.
correct.
Yeah, they got their money from there.
So what happened was that the English and the French were about to join the Confederates if they would have won the battle. But the Union actually won, which is actually unique for the beginning of the war because the Confederates were kicking their ass in the beginning.
So wait
Yeah.
a minute. So if they would have went with one more battle, and the Confederates would have won, there still would have been what?
We still would have had slavery.
That's what I was going. That's where I was going with that, but I didn't.
I don't think slavery would still be a thing, but I think it would have lasted for a long. And the
It would have
country
been
would
longer,
really-
Yeah, it would have been longer, but I don't. I mean, because I don't honestly think the slavery thing would have been going on to this day.
Considering France and the U.S. had already not U.S. France and England had already abolished it by that time. Yeah, it wouldn't have lasted for more than 50 years after that.
Right.
Okay. Put an asterisk for England because they were still enslaving Africans in Africa for the freaking fucking blood diamonds and shit like that. Don't give them that.
Fair enough.
But like, yeah, it was really close, and the reason why they backed off was because Confederates got their ass handed to them in that one battle. The diplomats were actually in America about to speak with the Confederates, and they saw the battle. Like, ooh, they got their ass handed to them. Just think about if the Confederates had the backing of the British and the French, unblockaded the port, and financially stabilized the South.
I mean, if you think about,
about
it,
that.
That could have gone so many different directions, though. Like, if the Confederates would have won, we could have still had slavery for another, 50 years? Or it could have still been going on to this day. Or,
No,
I don't think it would, honestly, I don't think it would be going on to this day. I honestly think it probably would at least have lasted at least another 20
Oh,
some years.
if you ask me, if it kept going, we probably would have been Jamaican.
yeah.
True.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think
So,
slavery. slavery would have ended probably in 20 years more. Probably another 20 years.
Yeah. Because I do know
Because
they
if you
made a law. Lincoln, I think it was Lincoln was the one that made the law to abolish
well, it's called the
slavery?
Emancipation Proclamation.
June
Yeah.
19th.
Yeah.
I mean, but the thing was, Abraham Lincoln made it very clear whenever he got elected that he did not care about abolish. He cared, but he didn't really make it as his agenda to abolish slavery. He did not want to do it because his whole point was to maintain the Union. He was like, I don't give a fuck. Y'all can do whatever the fuck you want. I'm not touching your slavery. But whenever he won the presidential election, they're like, fuck you. I'm pulling out to cede because they believed that he was going to go for it anyway. In general, Abraham Lincoln would not abolish slavery until he felt like he had to change the messaging of the war because how low morale was.
Yeah.
That goes back to where England and France almost joined the Confederacy because the North almost gave up.
No.
But whenever the North started winning again, they wanted to make sure that their overall backing from the world was not challenged by making it a moral argument against slavery. And that's how he did not care. But it was that last part.
And then we can get into Reconstruction on how it was actually on track until a certain president died. And then it got basically dismantled.
Yeah, the Reconstruction was a mess.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, there was honestly, could be so many different directions some of that stuff could take, and it's doing with the asking of the what if questions. What if the Confederates would have won instead of the Union? What if this person wouldn't have actually followed through on what they said? But, that's always the what if questions, and we can't really answer those what if questions if we weren't really there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
but we can put inference together. That's what inference is for.
Yeah, I mean, you also got to understand too, with that whole scenario, if we were, that's almost like the time travel scenario. If you go back, don't touch anything or do anything bad, because one little fucking difference in the entire thing, and then your entire future could be completely, utterly changed.
The thing is, there really isn't much besides what we've already brought up as the major things that can actually have changed the war a lot, which is that battle associated with the Union winning against the Confederacy and pulling back on the French of England. Right. Besides that, there really isn't much that you can really put an asterisk on that you could change to really affect the war all that much. Because if you're gonna do that and nitpick everything, you can just talk about the overall flow of the war.
Right.
Because, so the only way the Confederacy won the war was either they won quick and they won single-handedly, which is what they were doing in the beginning. Mm-hmm. They were so close from taking Washington D.C. They were bombarding it.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They couldn't win. They couldn't do it. They lost. And after they lost at that battle in Virginia, that's how they got pushed back.
Yeah. But
they literally starved them out.
Yeah. But for all we know, I mean, like I said, the only thing that probably could actually have come from that probably would have prevented, changed certain things would have probably been, the whole slavery thing. Because God only knows. Because if I remember correctly, wasn't the Confederates, weren't they the ones that were okay with slavery?
Yes.
Angel, are you okay on your history?
No, I'm okay. It's been a very long time since I've been in school, okay? Number one.
Okay, well, that's basic. I mean, come on.
Okay.
No, honey, no. The reason why the Civil War was fought was because the Union liked sock puppets, and the South liked the Muppets. And so there was a fight over whether or not they liked it or not.
Yeah. I don't know. God, it's like almost 2 o'clock in the morning here, and my brain.
You need some milk. You need some milk.
Yeah, I need something. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad at
damn it.
RuneScape.
What?
But I'm kind of mad at RuneScape right now.
Why?
Out of pocket.
Because I just bought a bond and spent used 15 keys to try to get to 99 rune crafting, and I did not.
Guys, he's been holding that in for the last 15 minutes. Let's let him have it.
Yeah. I mean, we've been talking about a lot of stuff. I mean, we could even go off topic and go to like maybe an end of days discussion or.
I have a fear of death. Let's not talk about that.
Okay.
I like history more. I don't want to feel like talking about what old white people are going to do with our world.
Oh God. Or even we can do the stigma around virginity, where you have to be like, where everybody assumes that you have to be like, at what, 16? The moment you hit, what, 15 or 16 or something, you have to lose your virginity.
That's not true.
I lost mine when I was 20.
I still have mine.
I don't have mine, but mine was forcefully taken.
Don't you have a kid? Of course you don't.
No, mine was forcefully taken from me at 13.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have a choice on that one. But like there was for years there was this stigma of you having to lose your virginity at a certain age when you were a teenager. Otherwise, if you didn't, you were a complete and total loser.
You were lame or
And
something.
you were lame or whatever. 'Cause I remember when I was a teenager back when I was in school. They used to pick on all the everybody, because they're like, if you're still a virgin after you hit this age, you're stupid and you're lame and you're not cool and this, that, and the other.
I have a topic I want to talk about. However, it's so like controversial of a topic to talk about that I don't think it's safe to talk about while being recorded. So,
What? Well, what's the subject?
the contrast of how different political groups messaging to their overall actions as a group, particularly talking about like the Me Too movement, BLM, and other movements such as that.
I see.
I mean,
That's a very important point to bring up. How the messaging is good, however, the overall public opinion drops due to the overall actions of participants due to the lack of control, like not control, organization of the group.
Agreed.
I mean,
Because BLM is
agree.
such a disorganized group, and that's where you get all those fucking crazy people decide to peaceful but fiery. Thank you, CNN. Do you remember that? Peaceful but fiery?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
There was a CNN reporter at a BLM riot, and he was in front of a burning car, and he said, "This is mostly peaceful but fiery protest."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, okay? In my personal opinion, I think Black Lives do matter, but in the same thing, like
Saying all lives matter takes away from the point of the Black Lives Matter movement. Please don't even try to make that comment.
Okay.
If all lives did matter, why did we even have to bring up Black Lives Matter? That's the whole thing. If all lives do matter, then why do we have to even bring it up in the first place?
Okay.
That's the thing.
But here's the problem. Here's my next thing then, okay? I understand, wasn't the whole thing of the Black Lives Matter going for the equality of, them being treated as if they're equal to the white man, right?
Not entirely.
I think that
more
was
of an
the civil
anti-police
rights movement.
Yeah,
The civil rights movement was like the more of equality between.
So what? Okay, enlighten people on what the actual thing behind Black Lives Matter is supposed to stand for.
So look at the statistics in general, of incarcerations across the country. the majority of incarceration across the country is African American.
Mm-hmm.
And in general, what you're going to talk about here is the idea of how different crimes associated on punishment is disparity between different races. If you look at a nonviolent drug charge on the white person versus the black person, you will see a large disparity in the overall penalty. Just looking at that. That's why there's so many black people in prison. Because in general, the overall effects on the amount of time a person does do a crime does relate to its race.
Okay.
And that's the overall message. That entire dynamic, it emphasizes what BLM means.
There's also the fact that more African Americans get shot by cops than any other demographic.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, in general, that dynamic of race and judicial issues, particularly with law enforcement, the judicial system, anything, is predicated on that issue of that disparity.
Then here's the other thing, okay? The reason why everybody's saying, well, it's not just Black Lives Matter, it's all lives matter, is because of the simple fact that you have people that are going out here talking to all these other people saying, oh, I'm part of the Black Lives movement where we want equality for this, we want equality for that, we want to be treated like this, we want to be... When the actual reasoning why the Black Lives Matter came about is because they want to be treated equally and get the same kind of sentence or same kind of amount of sentence.
Equal punishment
as if they were a white person. Not because they want to be sitting here and be treated outside the judicial system as a white person.
It goes beyond the judicial system, though. Even though the main predication of the BLM is based upon the judicial and law enforcement disparities. However, it's also associated with the overall institutional issues that associate with overall increase of homelessness, low income, drug use, single parenthood, everything associated with African Americans and that particular minority group.
Here's the thing. Low income families, homelessness, and all that other stuff does not just only happen in the Black African American.
But it predominantly happens in the white. You're missing the point, Angel.
That's an all lives matter argument. That's an all lives matter argument.
Which is not a good thing.
No, what I'm saying is yes, it could be predominantly happen in that race, but it also does not only happen in that race. It happens with everybody.
That's not the point of the movement, though. The movement is that it happens to them the most, and they want it to stop. If it happens to them the most, it's bound to stop for the others as well.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, granted, yeah, if it happens to that particular minority party, then, yeah, in my opinion, then there should be some way to help with that. But in the same thing, if you're going to help with just that one minority and be like, oh, you're this colored skin, so we're going to give you more of this because of that, then that's going to fucking piss everybody else off.
That's not the point of the movement,
okay, Angel, right? I'm going to give you a statistic real quick. There is only 13% of our country is African American. I want you to guess what percentage of the homeless population is African American.
I want to say about 9%.
40. 40% of all homeless people.
I thought you were talking about the percentage of the. Okay, never mind.
No, 40% of all homeless people in the United States are African American. 13% of our population is African. If the thing is, in general, if we are living in a entirely equal society, that number should be around 13%.
No. It shouldn't
be. Like it's not necessarily going to be that.
No.
But you know what I mean? That's the whole point.
Yes, it should be. Yes, it should be more. More.
Because the thing, there's never going to be no homeless people. That's not the thing. You can never make no homeless people. That's not the point.
No, you can't.
But the point is to talk about the proportion of people. Why is 13% of our country 40% of our homeless? What's like for low income?
I mean, it's not to. I don't want to be that type of person, but to be honest, yeah, granted, they're probably low income, but in the same token, it's. I want to say it's almost as if, you know, a lot of people struggle at times, and sometimes bills get to be a little too much. And
You're missing the point.
No,
you're generalizing.
No,
you're generalizing.
I'm not trying to generalize.
That's what you're doing. You're generalizing a countrywide issue to everybody. So according to this, if you look at this thing, in general, the average median household income of whites is $78,000 in 2021. Guess how much the average median household income is for black? $48,000, almost half. So on average, blacks are making a half as much money on average than whites.
So basically,
in general, in our society, we should have the same amount. They should be almost identical amount if there was not something going on society-wide.
Yeah, but you also have to remember too, women get paid less than the men.
African American women get paid even less than those white women.
Exactly.
So like, the thing is with that issue is like there's the whole issue whether or not you can like the calculator between like is it 74, is it 92? Like that's the whole issue right now. I think it's closer to 90% because of that, but in general they are paid on average less. But the overall impact, I'm not quite sure where that deviation occurs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for what women, like, does that caveat due to, like, mother-bearing, childbearing, with the whole idea that women are more likely to take on the burden of childbearing and everything else, and how that will affect the ability to work more hours, be able to have higher educational prowess and everything else. Where does that change between the economic issues and the overall 1-to-1 ratio? And that's where we get the issue between the intricacies of that.
Yeah.
But the thing is to note is that you need to look at it not as an overall generalized issue, but more as what is the movement trying to look at. And the movement is trying to look at the disparities of why on average are African American families making half as much as white? Why on average is that there's 40% of the population of homeless people, African American, even though they only make 13% of the general population? Why is that 90, like almost, let's say, I don't know how many percent of the murders, like the majority of in general homicides are due to African Americans, even though they're only 30%. What is going on societally that's making these disparities happen in our population?
It's a little
and that is what the
thing
movement's
called
for.
Systemic racism.
And that's what the whole point of the movement is to do.
Well, yeah.
However, with very non-organized movement like BLM is nationally, you leave the shit that happened with George Floyd and how all those shit happened with the riot.
And also
That's
generally,
the issue.
Okay, but here's the other thing though. Here's the other thing though. The whole thing that happened with George Floyd wasn't just because the cop just wanted to shoot him just because he was black. The thing that happened with George Floyd is because he was also spotted stealing from somebody prior to that. And he was, I don't know.
Didn't they disprove that?
I don't think George Floyd was shot. He had a freaking...
He was suffocated.
It was a combination of stress and the drugs that he was on.
Right.
It was the drugs and the stress. So like, even though it wasn't like the suffocation due to the cop, it was the stress brought on by the cop that caused him to go into the respiratory failure.
Yeah.
Like, and the thing is, the cop didn't do anything to help it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no,
That was the issue.
The cop was trying to arrest him for, wasn't he doing something that he wasn't supposed to?
Okay, cops in general are trained in dealing with people who are drug users, and they should be able to know the overall characteristic of someone who's ODing.
They should also know when not to barge into someone's fucking apartment and just shoot the first person they see in bed.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, are you talking about the woman one where they just walk in and shoot the lady?
Yeah, they did it to another guy too.
Of course. But that's the point.
See, here's the thing with that, though. If that's the case, if our cops are supposed to be trained and taught how to handle certain things like that, then they should be trained to do that. They shouldn't be sitting there just acting like a fucking goddamn weirdo on fucking PTSD, LSD bullshit, walking up into somebody's fucking shit and just popping a cap in someone's ass because they feel like it.
That's the issue.
That's the whole point. Yeah, and that's one of the disparities that they're trying to answer.
And everyone's trying to say, "Oh, don't blame it all on one bad apple." I'm sorry, 3/4 of that tree are bad.
Right.
And the rest are crab apples.
Right, and it's not just that, but you also have there's some cops that are in the fucking system that are corrupt cops and will be dealing with the drug dealers or fucking mafia people or whatever.
That's different. You're going off topic.
No.
That's a different set of crimes.
Yeah, okay, that's a different thing. But my thing...
You're going off topic. Everyone's like that. Every industry has those freaking people who are corrupt and doing drug shit.
Right.
That's beyond the point. You're going off topic.
Yeah, but here's my thing is yes, they should be trained to deal with the drug users and know.
I think they are.
Not well.
Obviously not well enough, because if that cop that did that shit with George Floyd or whatever would have known, hey, he's on drugs, he's ODing, let me not do this and stop and then do this in a different manner.
They are trained. I just looked up the DEA. In general, they are taught to identify and recognize people who are high on drugs. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they almost skipped the class then.
Either that or they're not taught well enough.
Because the thing is, certain drugs make you go crazy as fuck. And sometimes you can't stop them. And some drugs, which is like, he was I think he was a methamphetamine? What was he on? George Floyd was on, he was on a lot of fucking drugs. I forgot what it was on. He took some type of pills, like this little, mouth thing. I forgot what he was
probably
on.
Ecstasy and meth and probably a couple other things we talked on.
Yeah, but in general, they should have realized. Wait, he had a record. But the thing is to know is they should have realized that if he was actually high and he was in respiratory distress, they should have realized. And okay, this guy is in respiratory distress. They should have done an 8. There was more than one cop there.
And then, in my personal opinion, what they need to do for cops like that, in order for you to be able to become a cop, not only do you have to be taught and trained how to be able to spot somebody who is on drugs and who is high, you have to be able to take at least some kind of a medical course, or a simple 2-year, 3-year medical course, or whatever.
No, that's too much.
Nobody will want to become a cop.
That's beyond that, honey. You're going beyond what's the point. The thing is, they're not supposed to be taught how drugs work and shit like that. They should be able to know what it is and know what to look for a patient who is high or OD on a particular drug.
That's what I'm saying.
George Floyd.
In general, they are taught already that. And the thing is, they don't give a fuck. They have a power. They don't give a fuck.
So they're high on their own fucking power shit then. Yeah. They're on a power trip.
George Floyd's cause of death had nothing to do with drugs. It was all from the knee to the neck. That's its official autopsy.
There was 2 autopsies done, and that's where the thing is with the issue with the George Floyd autopsies is where I get the caveat of which autopsy is real, which autopsy is fake, and which autopsy... I don't trust the autopsies. That's the issue. It's a combination of we don't know. It could be the neck. It could have been that. It could have been anything. The issue is that we don't know what autopsy has been manufactured, which autopsy... Because one of them, I remember, put an emphasis on the drugs, and the other one did not. There was 2. And the thing is, which one do you believe? That's the issue. And if you pick one or another, that shows a bias. Because you can't trust either one.
Well, I mean, you can see in the video the guy's putting all his fucking weight on the knee. I'm gonna take that over OD symptom any day. It's just too plain as day in the video.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Who's to say that he wasn't overdosing on drugs that was prior to the incident, and the God putting his entire weight on his knee that was on his neck just emphasized it more to the point where it killed him?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at that point because then he still caused the main thing that killed him.
I mean, true.
If you're having a heart attack and you take too much nitro, and the nitro makes you have an even more heart attack, it's still the nitro's fault.
I mean,
Nitroglycerin is used to treat for a heart attack, man.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you said the opposite. I was like, you give more nitro.
If you take more nitro than you're supposed to, and it has an adverse effect, it's still the nitro's fault.
Yeah. So there's the two autopsies that both say he died to asphyxiation due to the cop. However, the overall emphasis on the drug effect is different. So in general, he was killed by the cop. However, the reason why the exacerbation of the issue is due to the drugs or not is up to question.
yeah.
And that's where you get to the caveat of whether or not he was high or not. It doesn't matter either way. In general, cops, if he was high, which who knows, they should be able to, in general, know. Well, no, in general, they both found they had drugs in the system, but the overall cause of the drugs was the issue. Yeah, so either way, they should have been able to recognize he was high, at least, and know that what it could cause in general.
Also, this happened a long time ago, but in my town, a man was shot for simply going for a pack of cigarettes in his pocket while talking to a cop.
I remember something like that because if I remember correctly, wasn't there at one point in time there was a paranoid cop or something that went and shot somebody who was putting their hand in their pocket, and he thought that person had a gun in their hand, and he turned around and shot them.
There's more than one case like that. There's
multiple cases.
There's many.
That's just straight up paranoia, and the cops.
He was on fentanyl. That's what it was. It was fentanyl, an opioid.
Yeah.
Yep, it was fentanyl.
He also had COVID, apparently.
Who? Floyd?
Yeah.
Floyd.
Damn it, that's the asshole that brought COVID. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Blue Lives Matter.
That
Blue Lives Matter.
was-
It was Bush Boy's fault.
That went real dark right there for a second. I need to just backpedal up. Hold on, wait a minute.
I'm not gonna lie, I lean towards more ACAB right now, because the cops are also very picky choosy on what they want to arrest you for, depending on what mood they're in and how their quad is doing.
True.
Yep.
Because like one day,
Mm-hmm.
one cop who manages one road will let everyone go 90 one day, but the moment his CEO tells him he's low in quota, everyone's getting fucking tickets that day.
Yup.
By the way, with fentanyl being in the system, I want you all to guess, what is the number one symptom of someone who's in fentanyl or opioid overdose?
What's the word?
Hyperventilation.
No, the opposite.
Slow breathing.
Hypoventilation, respiratory failure.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the number one cause of death. It's respiratory failure.
So basically, if he was because of the fact he was overdosing on the fentanyl, when the cop put his knee on his neck and put all his weight down on it like he did, he was suffocating him even more than he already was doing because he was overdosing on fentanyl.
But that's where the autopsies go into caveats of whether or not the fentanyl is actually OD or not. That's the question. In general, the fentanyl will cause suppression of his respiratory system. Yes. However,
He died.
overall effect, that's the issue. That's the caveat. It doesn't matter if he was ODing or not.
He died
was
after
the-
the cop did all that shit. Is the reason.
Yeah, so the thing on his neck led to even worse issues with the fentanyl.
Yeah.
If he had went
So
to
it
the
was-
hospital, he probably could have been treated and got out fine, but that didn't happen.
They would put him on the ventilator and did positive pressure ventilation would have saved him. Yeah.
Pending
And
he
you
didn't
know
have
why?
a-
Because the cop didn't give a fuck about his training about opioid use in this freaking training.
No, because the cop was probably more worried about the fact that he was trying to arrest somebody who was doing something they weren't supposed to.
Well, the thing is, like, didn't he have a warrant? I don't remember.
I think he did.
Yeah, there was a warrant out for him.
Yeah, so like, Yeah, but the thing is, you're not supposed to just follow out warrants. You're supposed to protect your community. And the thing is, if he would have realized that he was supposed to and actually pay more attention than trying to just be an asshole, he would have realized, wait, something's going on with this guy. He's not doing well. Then he would be like, okay, I need to take care of him. He will be dealt with the law later.
See, that's where what gets me though. That's where some cops get really fucked up, because you have the cops that'll actually sit there and be like, oh, I'm going for a warrant on this person, and then they see something's not right or something's just coming off wrong, and they're like, wait a minute, I need to stop. I need to go get this person help first, and then I'll deal with the other stuff later.
Because they'll always have a warrant. That's the thing. They'll always have it matters the warrant, because if it's a seizure of an item or thing, then they have to go there immediately.
Right.
Because they can hide the item or thing. But if it's just arrest somebody, they can find them.
Right. Or you have these people that are on warrants for, like...
Okay, we're getting off topic. We need to go back.
Yeah, but, you also have
Well,
these cops that are just like, I'm going out for this warrant. I don't give a fuck what happens to this person. I'm going to do whatever in my possible power, because if I get this warrant and get these people or this person arrested, I get more money on my fucking paycheck. Fuck this person.
Also,
That's the issue.
there was also a kid who was shot by somebody because, quote unquote, he played his music too loud.
I remember the one who was walking down the street with the hoodie.
No, the one he was playing music in his car, and some guy came and shot him, quote unquote, because his music was too loud.
Shit, I want to say, like, what, I think back in August, after I had moved into this place, I thought this was a good, decent neighborhood. I didn't hear anything, I didn't think there was anything remotely bad in this neighborhood. But literally sometime in August, I was sitting here, my one neighbor, her friend was here, and they had like 6 or 7 cops outside because her friend's baby daddy went fucking nuts and busted out her boyfriend's window and started threatening shit, and then took her friend and the daughter of her friend, kidnapped them and left. We had like 6 or 7 cops here, and then I went outside to take my trash outside to the curb, and as soon as I walked back up, as soon as I hit my first step to walk back up to the top of the steps to come into my apartment, I heard 3 gunshots. I thought they were just like, some fireworks or whatever, because it was, a little after the 4th of July, and I was thinking, okay, well, maybe somebody's just lighting fireworks off because they had extra. No. There's somebody in the apartment's back behind my apartment building. There's a fence there in our backyard, and that divides our yard and the apartment complex behind us. And somebody literally walked up to somebody living in that apartment complex, shot the dude 3 times, and left. And there was 6 or 7 cops sitting out here, and the cops didn't do nothing. And they waited 15 minutes just to walk around the fucking corner.
You don't give a fuck. That's actually in their head. It's like, oh, that's not my job.
Right.
You're just reinforcing the issues that we're talking about in general, and it's the discriminatory like practices that reinforce the issues that we're talking about with BLM, and that goes back to the idea of the messaging versus the movement versus the actions of the general movement, and that's the issue.
Right.
Because it doesn't matter how good your messaging is, if you're not doing what people want you to do, they're not going to follow you.
Right.
IKK, look at fascist. If they might be awful people, but if their messaging is good and they're able to do things that make the people like them, they don't give a fuck. The people will follow them no matter what. Mm-hmm. They can say, oh, all babies are bad. Give a million different reasons why they're bad. And people are like, yeah, we agree. And then they do good things, and then they'll start killing all the babies. It's all about manipulating the environment, manipulating the people, and to either liking or not liking you.
Right.
So
That's what BLM is in general. Yeah. So the thing is, American political BS and shit like that.
Right.
Nah, yeah, I want nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
See you guys later.
Bart, did I explain what BLM is pretty well though?
Sound pretty good to me.
Yeah. Like people miss the point all the time.
This is also coming from a group of people who I'm assuming are all not of color.
Yeah. No.
No.
But
I'm Caucasian. No. I'm pretty sure the doctor's Caucasian. Angel's Caucasian.
I'm American white person.
I'm pretty sure Ellendel's Caucasian, though I don't know.
Ellendale.
Hey, Bug, I'm black by injections.
Oh my god!
I'm half.
I am so glad I am just recording and I am not literally live. Although wait, no, I might have accidentally. Oh shit! I think I accidentally. Fuck! I've been live streaming this whole time.
Well, you were live streaming the entire time?
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone watching?
I don't know. I can check though, but I've been live streaming this whole time. Apparently.
Why don't we just all, get in the poker game? Else we just.
Well, I hope you weren't streaming to YouTube because you're definitely gonna get a warning or something.
I am re-streaming to YouTube because it's the last one. I've been live streaming this whole time.
Make sure you don't upload the recording of it to there.
Well, you were live streaming the entire time. We talked about BLM too much.
No.
Yeah, YouTube doesn't like politics. They auto suppress that shit.
I don't know, but we were talking about it, and I've been live streaming.
Who dares to take it up to me on the poker table?
I don't know how to play poker.
No.
Angel, you need to start working with technology better. You're gonna get us killed one day.
I mean,
oh God, I wasn't here. I didn't deal. Do you think what I think?
What?
I don't honestly think I'm gonna get. I honestly don't
switch
think
it over to your favorite game.
I honestly don't think it's going to cause us to get killed one day. I honestly think if
I'm gonna try this.
Putting
Angel,
down,
you're gonna get us murdered.
Huh?
You're gonna get us murdered one day.
No, I'm just okay. Every time I do something like this, like when we have our discussions things, all I'm gonna put in there is be like, this is just personal opinion of our random discussion. Do not take this personal.
We are not your lawyer.
We are not a lawyer, nor are we actually in politics in the U.S. None of us have a political.
It's just personal opinions. I mean, they can't really get to you for that. I mean, as long as you
They kind of can though on a private service like YouTube.
Well, you just ignore them. Like, what the fuck do you want to do? Come to your house or something?
Well, then they can just kick us off the platform.
Also, my job I'm gonna have in the future is inherently political.
What, being a doctor?
Yeah, there's so much politics you have to know about and to keep up and track.
Oh yeah, especially with religious shit, because you have to know this your patients this
I'm
that and the other.
Mm-hmm. And also Medicaid, Medicare, all the other things with special. Yeah.
Fucking, if you get a what is it? The fucking the ones that go door to door. So, Jehovah's Witness. How the fuck do y'all operate on them if they vehemently believe on not fucking with blood? Period.
We have to tell them that they have the increased risk of dying on the table. Well, first we so usually they're in groups of people. So first we get them by themselves and ask hey, do you we ask them by themselves do you still yes or no? Sometimes they'll give up on that. Sometimes they say only give me blood if I have to, if I'm going to die. But some are no blood at all. But we tell them. You might not live. Your ability to live through the surgery is much lower if you don't have it, and they agree to it. We have to agree. Patient autonomy. It's not our right to force them to do things that we don't want them to do.
Sounds familiar. It's a shame the fucking Republicans don't like that.
Yep.
Anyway. But yeah, all I gotta do is be like.
You guys should try this, honestly.
All I have
we do not want to play poker. We are all talking about
poker.
politics
It's
and
not
history.
poker. It's not poker. It's not poker. Not poker.
What is it?
It looks like
No poker.
looks like a version of Agario.
It's really fun. And then you can talk about politics, how I'm like Russia, you know? And then, because I'm like the big red, you know? That's fucked up. How can you even laugh at that, Annandale? Come on now.
It's funny.
Hey, how am I supposed to join y'all's game? The fuck?
You just click on it.
I love it how we just like,
Wait.
how?
I just hit. Okay, join activity.
Why are you doing that to me? Don't touch my land, okay? I'll just take this.
Wait, who's all where? What are we doing?
I am
What?
Crystal.
Oh, well, of course you are.
Why do we have
Excuse
so many
me.
people in here? Oh shit.
Hey! Rude.
Excuse you. This is my territory. Can't be taking my territory.
I actually
Ah,
added a new
what
game
the-
in, by the way.
That is wrong.
Thank
Hello? Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
you. Yes,
Yeah, sorry. Whenever I got on my computer. Okay, who's Crystal?
I am Crystal.
So
I'm taking your
Will you
land.
stop
No, you're not.
doing that?
I'm Amethyst. I'm taking your land. Wait, time to. I just got in here!
By the way, they added a new game. It's called I wanna at least tell you guys how it's called, right? It's called Blazing Eights. So like a bunch of cards.
I'm good on card games right now.
Good.
This game is pretty funny to do, man.
Oh,
Like, I mean,
try
it don't
again.
get so competitive. Annandale is like super evil in this game.
What?
You just killed yourself. What?
Wait.
I went through flame and it killed me somehow. What the fuck just happened? You just jumped up like 5 blocks.
Excuse you.
Excuse you, what are you doing?
It's my territory.
That's my territory.
I went through fungi and it killed me. I thought I was supposed to kill them.
No, no.
You have to break. So you have to complete your line
Hey!
back to your territory to actually get it. But while you're going on your line, I can actually kill you. So don't do that.
So wait, that doesn't make sense. If we're coming directly head towards to each other, how does it just automatically kill me?
Because I am in my
You cannot hit your
territory
own
and
line.
I'm safe in my territory.
And you cannot hit your own line either. You'll just kill yourself.
But then how do you make your own territory if you can't
You
hit-
go to
You have
the
to circle. You have to circle an area and then go back to your territory.
You basically go to already existing land, basically.
Me and Lewis always have a fight. You're still lava, right, Lewis?
Yeah, I'm always lava. I'll try to be
Yeah.
always lava, always flame.
Oh!
You know, I'll just leave you alone if you leave me alone. How's that?
All right, fair.
Oh wait, we're supposed to.
Ah,
Okay,
but
we went from
you want
talking
this
about
land right here.
politics to joining this game into it.
Hey, this is land grab. You know, this is it.
Hey, it's technically a political game.
I'm okay with 50-50.
Ooh,
You son of a bitch.
ooh. Doctor!
Somebody call the doctor. No.
Lava, fuck you. I literally just got back in.
Ah, you rude ass.
Who's flame right now? Who's flame?
I don't know, but I'm trying to get. I hate myself.
Who's orange? Who's orange?
Bullshit, I was hitting you. And also, I'm lagging a lot.
You took all of my territory.
Yeah, I'm winning this bitch.
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
That's rude. Do it. I'm not touching you.
Who is Rose?
Me.
I'm not touching.
Okay, I'm not touching you. We're like neighboring. We're neighboring. I'm not touching you.
I'm not touching you.
Nobody touching my corner, man. This man. Who is Flame?
It ain't
Who's
me.
orange right now? Who's orange?
Uh-huh.
Orange is like competing hard. Wait, why are you touching my land?
I annexed it.
It is mine.
Give me that.
Oh. Why is everybody taking my land?
No, you You stole my shit. You were solely stealing my shit. I couldn't stop you.
Wait, how did I get it first?
Yeah, Doctor had second place though.
Yeah, I got first place, baby.
Oh, I'm in the other. I'm retarded.
Which one were
Turn it
you?
honestly off.
I'm
The top right
I'm
corner.
Rose.
Turn it off.
How'd you get? Wait, Doctor, where were you? Because I didn't see you once anywhere. Like
He's
I was
on the
being
right
like,
side
held
of
in
the
my.
map.
I was being literally held hostage.
You don't want to come over here, Rose. You don't want to do that.
Why
You
not?
don't want to do this.
You know what? I'm gonna like literally like make my name visible to you guys so you can see that's me.
Yeah, isn't there a way to do that?
Yeah, you can like play and you have to do it like in the next game.
Ah, I ate myself. Whoops.
Excuse me. I should. You
How the
can't, be,
fuck did you get down there so quick? You were off the screen.
you can't be taking my territory. I won't allow it. Ooh. That's my territory. Woo.
What just happened? I call bullshit. I got you before you got back.
Ah,
I saw you,
damn
Doctor.
Hey, Lewis.
Yeah, okay, I'll leave you alone. You know the drill. You know the drill. You can
All
take
right,
it.
man.
Hey,
All right.
rude.
I'm the big firepower here.
Excuse
You're like
me.
China and I'm like Russia.
Excuse you.
Yeah, excuse me. Housekeeping.
I will not touch it. I will not. I will not. I turned like on time. I turned it on time.
Housekeeping.
But there's so many like trying to fucking take my life. Doctor. Wow.
Hey, stay off of my shit.
No, he didn't. No. Okay.
Oh, that's some bullshit, and you know it.
No, you have to revenge me.
No.
Angel.
No, you stay over there with your. Stay off of my sheet. What is wrong with you? Don't do that.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna take it. I'm taking it.
No, you're not.
I'm
no,
taking
you're
it.
Not. No, you're not.
I'm literally doing it. I don't know what you're talking about, but
No, it's mine.
I'm literally taking your shit.
No, you're not. That's mine. It's
Doctor did some work
Doctor's losing his land right now because I'm taking it.
It's not my stuff.
here. Angel.
That's my stuff. Stay off my
Is
stuff.
it really?
Yes.
I don't see it as your
What are you
stuff.
doing? No. Give me that back.
No, why did I do that? Why did I back up?
Ah, damn it!
Good bitches.
I knew it was coming.
Ah, rude.
Oh! Flame is in charge. Hey, what's going on here? Hey, why is everybody
man.
trying to cannibalize my territory?
I almost win. I gave the win to Flame. I almost won it.
This is a little too. This is fucking addictive.
Why would
I
you?
know, I love this game.
Guys, on the reward screen, go to the top right corner, hit play anonymously, and turn it off.
Yeah. That's like that, Lewis. There you go.
Oh, that's better.
Who's Flame?
We have a random in here, I think.
Angel, hi.
Ah, I ate myself.
Go through yourself.
Yeah.
I fucking fucked myself up right here. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I don't know why I did that.
Mine. Yeah, I can be a bit aggressive when I'm playing this game.
No, I was in my stop. That's bullshit. Lewis, I'm coming to kill you.
Doctor.
What?
What you doing in my territory?
What you really going for my territory? Oh,
What you doing in my territory?
I got stuck. It
Why
wouldn't
did-
turn.
that's what I have sometimes with Ellendale. It's really annoying.
The controls are.
Whoa!
That was bullshit, Erica. You literally went through me. I went through you.
Oh, you made it back on time? No.
Oh.
I didn't even have a line. How did you take that?
Oh.
Hey, buddy. Woo!
And
No, just he did the same thing I did to he did the same thing I did to Bark.
No.
Go against Allendale.
But
Go
damn
Pink.
it.
No
Pink,
bark.
Pink. We have to
no
go against
bark,
him.
No bark. No bark. No bark.
Let's get Pink together.
No
Let's all
bark.
get Pink.
Bark. No.
I couldn't even tell that was yours. It just looked like yours.
Oh, damn. Doctor
Sir,
got
can I
me.
please leave the circle?
Ah, Angel.
No. 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 Damn
Okay.
Bothering me that you can't rear back on yourself, but I know why you can't.
it. God damn it, Lewis.
Ooh, this is dicey.
No. Uh-huh.
Ooh, Angel.
No. 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 No.
You're an asshole, Angel.
This is rude. This is just rude and wrong at
Okay,
this point.
stop. Woo!
It went through your fucking bar too.
What?
Angel. Ooh!
Ah!
I don't agree with.
Get
I really don't agree with the
outta
fact that you eat yourself, you have to lose all your land. I don't agree with that.
Lewis, stay off of my shit, fucker.
What's in my Okay, how is this fucking ping this not fair?
Hey, excuse me. Excuse me.
Angel, you could have won it right there if you would actually got him.
She almost had me.
Did.
I suck so bad at this.
I finally did it. I finally beat Allendale. The one
No,
thing I
you pissed me off
wanted.
so bad. God damn, I would have won it too if it wasn't for you and your meddling kids.
7th?
Are you happy, Lewis? You happy?
Yes, I beat all of you.
Where's the
Thank
7th
you.
person coming from?
You know what this reminds me of?
What is it? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
let's do that. Yeah, I agree to that. I agree to that definitely.
Angel.
What?
It's a perfect game right now, right?
You know what this game reminds me of?
We're switching to a private game.
To remind you of.
The board game.
Oh my god, yes.
Board game?
Yeah.
I'm thinking
I'm
land
always
already. I ain't
crystal.
waiting.
No!
Hell no, it's truce. We're in alliance.
Alright,
Okay?
alright. Hey. I thought we were. Hey.
Yeah, we're in alliance. We're in alliance.
Okay, alright.
We have to kill Bark.
I trust
me?
you for now.
Bark's like, excuse me?
Fuck you, Bark. No.
Angel, I'm gonna help you. Come to me, Angel. I'll share some land with you.
No, you're gonna kill me. Why would I do
No,
that?
I'm not gonna kill
Hey,
you.
Bark.
You can take some land over here. You can take some land.
This is looking pretty tasty over here.
I bet it is.
No! Oh my god, I didn't make it on time.
Hey, Bark! Woo!
Angel, I promise I will not touch your land. I will just.
No
we'll-
touchy,
we'll-
no
we'll-
touchy, no touchy. Oh, you wanted me not do that.
Ooh!
You touching my land, you know that, right?
I know I didn't mean to. Oh,
No, okay, I was in my territory so far. The lag is really pissing me off.
who's over here? Why are you over here? What are you doing? Get out of my stuff. Ah, you rude ass.
I'm not gonna
Excuse
choose
me.
Allendale. I'm not
Excuse
choosing
you.
Allendale.
Hey, people, Angel!
Angel, get him.
Hey, bitch! Hey, you bitches! Hey, bitches! Stop!
Angel,
Stop
you can
it.
take some land. Take some land. Not all of it. Not all of it. Just take some.
No,
Let's go
I'm
the other way.
taking
Go the other way. I'll take this.
We almost.
Excuse me.
Ready to
Hey,
go,
Lewis.
eh?
Hey, this looks tasty.
No.
Angel!
Hi, Ellen. Ow, you fucking.
Who's
We're
yellow?
on a team. We're on a team.
Doctor Stickies.
Hi, Bark. Ah. All I want to do is just get a little 8 base square and just keep it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
you still recording?
No.
Yes.
I thought I in my mind already.
Just suicided. Just like, nah.
The one time it
no.
actually lets me fucking turn back on myself, okay.
I scared myself.
No.
Angel.
I'm taking that from the doctor.
All I'm
Doctor,
doing
don't
is
you dare.
keeping my square.
With SpongeBob
I'm just
land.
keeping my square. This is just my square. Get off
Alright,
of my square.
alright.
out
I
of
need
my
to stop the
square.
doctor anyway. Doctor,
yeah,
I'm going off the
doctor too.
trees.
I'm going off it. I'm taking his land too. He can. SpongeBob land is being taken right now.
SpongeBob land.
No! Stop the fucking
You're taking my square.
Stop the vote.
Wee!
Stop the vote.
What?
That
Everybody goes.
bullshit. Why is the lag so bad?
I don't know.
Excuse me, Bark.
Ah, look,
Fuck,
Lewis!
you just skipped up 4 blocks. What the fuck was that?
You guys are mean.
I literally just watched you teleport. What the fuck was that?
Host. If if Lewis is host, we need to switch.
Okay, you can do that. If anybody has anybody else's prime over here, you can do it. I think.
No, we don't. So we don't have a choice.
Yeah, I don't have.
I don't know. Let's try it. Let's try it. Maybe you guys can do it. I think you need.
No, I
prime.
think you have to have nitro to do it.
No,
for
no,
this
for,
game.
for
That's
certain
what
ones
Nitro,
you
yeah.
don't have to, but this one you do.
Don't you have nitro, Angel?
No, I do not.
Dude, how lucky are you? When I do that to you,
Ah, Bark, stay there.
Oh my god!
oh no, I
Bark,
fucked
what
up.
are you doing? You're fucking with
Sometimes
my
it just doesn't work,
land.
man.
Angel!
Ah!
Bark!
You need to take big
Ellen
chunks
do.
of land. Big chunks of land. Big boy chunks of land.
Big boy chunks, huh? I'm coming for you, Lewis. I'm coming for you.
You can't come for me. I don't care.
Oh my god! Lewis, you lucky son of a bitch!
Hey, I'm taking my. Quit taking my land. What are you doing? You don't do that. Ah!
I keep doing this. I don't know why I keep doing this. Big chunks. Big chunks.
Excuse me.
Oh god
Big
damn it!
chunks.
I saw you coming and I still did it.
Ah,
Thank you, Angel.
rude!
Yeah, I have the same thing as you, Mark. Like I do the same thing. Like I think they turn correctly and I still turn the wrong way.
It's because I'm trying to like do a full 360 and the game doesn't let you do that because you'll kill yourself.
Yeah.
My brain just will not grasp that fact.
I have the same thing. I'm taking big chunks of land of Elendil, don't worry. He will not win this war.
No, leave
Big
that
chunks,
like that.
big
Leave it
chunks.
like that. Leave it like that.
Big
we
chunks.
stay here like this.
Big chunks.
It's fine. Now I got.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Elendil, you probably spend way too much time playing this game because you're too good at it.
Oh no!
I finally got
I'm in
him.
my square, you fuck!
Honestly, I don't play this game a lot.
Ah, Allendale!
Yeah, you
what
do.
Are you doing? Get out
Excuse
of
me.
here! Ah, you rude ass.
We gotta get Lewis. We have to get Lewis.
Doctor!
That's not fair. I went through your fucking bar.
Big boy chunks of land.
I will fight you, boy.
Doctor, you're back in
Oh,
here?
fight you.
Gosh.
Stay away from my land. You can take the bottom part. Just don't take the side part. Just take the bottom part. I'll let you take it.
Ah!
I'll go for. I go for Angel.
No, don't go for me. What is wrong with you? Don't do that. Don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. That's my land. Don't do that. Don't do that. I think
Oh my God! Angel just took me out. Big chunks. Big chunks. Big chunks. Big chunks.
Ah, no!
Oh my god, Doctor's in the lead.
In my territory, I do not give a fuck.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
I lost pretty bad in that round.
That was brutal. That was a
70%.
brutal win.
Hey, 1 second for
Apparently, I still have the most eliminations.
Okay, so I. Damn, you have 8 kills.
Yeah,
This game is
apparently.
a lot more fun than it should be.
Right?
Really fun. We need an adult.
I love it how political people get in. Like, yeah, I'm on your side.
Oh, fuck.
Let's do
No.
this. Let's do this.
Yeah, you can't have it. You can't have it.
I can't have it. I just can't have it.
Hey, Bark.
Hey, what's up?
Ellen,
What?
go
That was my
stay-
block.
Hi, Ellen. Go
I did the
back
same
over
thing.
Hi,
there.
Angel.
I did the
Hi,
same thing as you,
Ellen.
Mark.
Stay
Hi.
over there on your side, please.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, if your line connects to your block, it still doesn't matter.
Are you inviting me to come over, Angel?
No, I am not. Ah, you dick.
I don't think it's your choice anymore.
No, it's not.
This land is my land. This land is my
Oh,
land.
wow.
This all is my land.
Yeah, this just.
You know you can take Angel off. You just go make a circle around her, right?
Oh, you're so lucky.
I don't like this. It just puts me in a spot where I don't want to be.
Angel,
No, I didn't
Angel,
fall for that.
Angel.
I'm just
Angel.
making a square. Leave my square alone. Leave my
I don't like
square-
your square because it's taking part of mine.
It's not like I
can't
have a
believe
choice.
Angel, you can expand lower. You don't have to expand here. You can expand lower.
Damn it. Dude.
I took my land back, okay, Mark? We
Oh
good?
my god, there's so many.
Hey, doctor. How do I have those two squares? How's that possible?
Ah!
Oh, hey, Angel.
Oh, hi. Bye.
Oh, no! Doctor, man. Doctor is doing too good.
It took him a couple rounds to figure out. Now
Hey!
he's got
Louis! I don't like this. I want a square. Can I just have like a little square?
No.
Sure.
Okay. There's my square. I want to just stay in this square.
She's like, I'm just gonna stay here.
I'm just gonna stay here. Make it an even square. There we go. Make that square. My
And this
square.
is some pretty tasty territory, Lewis.
I'm just taking it back, no problem.
Okay, I know because I've got a war on two fronts here. Ah!
No!
No!
Oh, you
Yeah.
did it, I swear.
You mean man.
No, I made the wrong turn.
I don't know, that was just a war crime. I'm sorry.
That was a war cry. Doctor.
Hey, in my territory, I'm gonna win. I don't
Yeah.
care. I'm gonna stay in my territory.
I gotta
Yeah.
beat my ass over here again.
Look at my
Oh,
percentage.
Angel, nice. You got third place. Good job.
Yeah.
Oof.
I killed 8 people.
Dang.
I got 3 of the fucking rewards.
Man, the biggest competitors right here, man. You guys are like fucking like China and Russia at the same time.
That's. I don't know if that's a good thing to say.
I'm learning how to play this game now.
I just like to make it fucked up.
Hey.
I don't know why I did that, but that was just fucking dumb. Honestly. I knew that was happening.
Well, I'm leaving you alone, Park.
Angel.
No. Keep
You
your
got-
ass
I
out of my
almost had
square.
it too.
No.
I
Stay
almost
out
had
of
it.
You got a
my
pretty
square.
big square over
Yeah,
here.
I'm
Leave
gonna go
my
full on for
square
Ellendale. I don't give a
alone,
fuck.
Ellendale.
I'm going for
Leave
Ellendale.
my
I'm going for
square
all his.
alone, Ellendale, you fucking goddamn it.
I saw you.
No!
I'm going for
Glitched
it.
out! Fuck!
Oh, hey, Angel.
No, don't.
Yes,
no.
yes. Hey, Lewis. Oh my God, you lucky son of a bitch.
Ah.
Angel truce. Angel truce.
Truce. I don't know what I'm doing. This is just a weird collapse-sided looking thing at the moment. I don't know what's
I'll
going
fight
on.
your land. Anything for your land. I want your land. I want your land. I don't give a fuck no more. Alright?
What are you doing?
I have balls
Mark, you're
now.
fucking up my square.
What's
I'll
Oh
take
my
your land.
God.
I'll take all your land, motherfucker.
This is ridiculous.
No, it was a good fight.
Too close. Too close.
Ah, God damn it.
Now Angel owns the most land.
No, Doctor does.
Hey, teammate, how you doing?
Hi.
How you
Don't worry,
doing?
I'm just
Here's a
slowly
piece
taking
of-
Angel's land.
Excuse you.
I'm just slowly
was
taking
trying
Angel's
to
land.
No. Lewis, stop that. Stop that.
I'll just go for Allendale.
Damn it!
Allendale, I'm
can't
taking my land
predict
back. I'm taking back what's rightfully mine. And now I'm taking it back from
No,
Doctor.
hi.
Where's Doctor at?
Hi. I'll let you have some.
Excuse you? Oh, you're in my
Angel.
land? You're in my land.
I just showed up here. Hey, Angel.
You're in my land.
I'm taking all your stuff.
Lewis, attack Lewis. We have to attack Lewis.
Ah!
You just ran right into me.
No, I was trying not to.
You tried real hard.
Oh, God damn
Hey, Lewis, this is looking pretty tasty over here. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but you're not gonna be able to fucking take all of it anymore, can you?
You can if you fuck up.
I'm not gonna fuck up.
Good job, Lewis. The thing is, I hate
I was
how,
trying to
like,
play time.
it's delayed sometimes, and you try to take a left turn, it's like, nah.
Yeah, you notice that too?
Yeah, it does it to me too.
It's like, you want to turn? No.
Right.
Then I want to go to the right, and Allendale still gets me to the left.
Or better yet, you just teleport, and suddenly you're dead.
This game, I love this game. I don't know why.
Oh,
This
hi,
is like
Bart.
they should never added this game
Hi,
in the
Bart.
Discord.
How'd that go over for you, Angel?
Sorry.
Okay,
No.
you know what? Allendale,
What are
we have a
you
truce.
doing,
We,
Bart?
we'll
What are you
fight the rest.
doing?
Okay, how's that? I'll just take this. That's it. That's it. That's it. I'll just corner it there.
Alright.
I will not touch it. You can trust me.
Alright.
On my word.
Okay. Uh-huh.
See? See? I didn't take anything. Listen, man, that's my land.
Alright, fine.
This corner right here is mine too, so I'm taking it back. There. Okay.
Lag a fucking I'm trying to turn right, it turns left instead. Oh my god.
Thank you.
Okay, how do you get preference over me, Angel? That's
I
bullshit.
have no idea.
We're slowly munching up. We're slowly like becoming big.
Lag spike. Ah.
Oh.
Angel, you cunt!
Just get away! I'm small!
You're in my land.
No, I'm not. You're on my land, fucker.
I'm taking
wait.
This is the white man's land.
You ate yourself.
I'm leaving Doctor alone if he leaves me alone. If Allendale leaves me alone, we go for Angel. I don't care.
No, you do not.
I'm getting some pretty tasty land from Angel too.
Take it Angel land right now. Hey, what the fuck? Wait, how did you do that?
Bullshit! That was bullshit, Barking, you know it.
You went through me, I didn't know what to do.
What the hell? Angel just fucking beat the shit out of me. What the fuck? Angel, you're getting fucking good at this. Fucking hell.
Ellendale, what
He's
are you
gone.
doing? Ah!
That's what he's doing, apparently.
Yeah.
Allendale, you know, we're buddies, right?
Yeah, we're buddies, bro.
What happened to her? Okay, Doctor, we're having a truce, okay? We're gonna take on the Allendale boy.
Ah, damn it.
God damn it.
I'm just staying in here.
Okay, I'm not gonna touch anything. I'm just trying to get down. Is that okay? So I get down? Is it okay if I get down?
You trying to do something, Angel?
No.
You trying to do something?
God damn it, I was trying to make this word. I went
Trying
the
to
wrong
take purple.
way.
No, man. No, why? Why did everybody get greedy when they had the big land? What the hell is this?
I wonder how, is this how they felt?
I don't know. Hey! God damn it. Well, if this is how they felt, this would explain why there were so many wars back then.
Hey, Angel.
Oh my god, it's so close, Bart.
Fuck.
How much land did you have? How much
I
percentage?
got a lot, but I was eating a good percentage.
Yeah, you were conqueror 30%.
Conqueror.
What is this?
Well, I
Most
guess
land
say
grants.
goodbye to YouTube, everybody.
Bye, YouTube. Let's
Bye,
complain.
YouTube.
Wait, YouTube? This is on YouTube what I said about Russia and
It went
China?
from political debate.
Play video games.
Oh my god, they're gonna think like I'm some fucking weirdo now.
Alright, say bye, YouTube.